with my journey to weightlifting so far going as to being a success as the results start to still show and continue and such. I figure I share today on how I got into this weightlifting journey. So for like the longest time I was uncomfortable with how I looked. Like I was just uncomfortable with my size, and I figured I needed to, try to shrink or get less mass or anything like that. Just try to make some sort of change with myself. And the results, and some days were easier than others, I would say. Like, a lot of the times, it was hard for me to get off that weight, or when I did lose the weight, try to keep it that way. And I just had this body dysmorphia for so long, and it was just kind of like eating me away to the point where it was all I just thought about, And it's something, it's a horrible thing to think about, it's a horrible mindset to have, and no one should have to go through that kind of mindset. So the longest time I just haven't been happy with myself. I thought I could, try to shrink, get thinner, but I've come to realization that I'm not meant to shrink. I've come to realize that I've been looking at it all wrong. And long story short, I've thought outside the box, and I've thought of the pros to what I am, to my size. I've come to realize that, if I can't take off the weight, then I should take in some mass, try to build muscle and such. And, it's really, and I'm really glad that I've made this decision, because I've mentioned this before, I've gained a lot of confidence. It's cliched, but, I really do feel good about myself when it comes to gaining muscle and trying to be a better person. And I almost kind of think of muscle and mass and weight as a scale. I think of it as a balance. So mass and muscle and weight. So my idea is to kind of like keep that balance. Now, there's really no right or wrong way to do this. It's really just like a concept of how it is. You can keep that balance of the muscle, mass, and weight, or you can have an unbalanced and have one surpass the one other. It's totally up to you, really. It's your decision. But I've come to realize that I'm not meant to not to shrink, to say. And that's fine. It took me a long time to realize it, but it's fine. I prefer to think of myself as someone who has the kind of like the size and the body as a football lineman. And there's a lot of good-looking guys who are built with the lineman look, or dad bod, as you probably would say if you're not a football fan or whatever. But I like to think that muscle and mass triumphs weight. And so that's what my journey is. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to have this triumph that. And so far, I feel like I've been doing a pretty decent job with it. Like, the results are definitely showing. I could definitely feel my arms getting bigger and stronger and such. But yeah, I'm really glad I made this decision. I kind of wish I made it sooner, but better late than never, I suppose. But yeah, I'm glad I made this decision. Glad I've looked outside the box and looked at my life at a different perspective, because I've just never been really happy with who I am as a person in general, whether it be my image or just having autism. I was just never really happy with myself. I wanted to kind of like fit in or whatever. And, media and social media also definitely plays a part. You see the celebrities and on the movies and the TV. You see the Facebook and Insta and Snapchat. You see people living these excellent and somewhat perfect lives, and you see people smiling and such. You see people topless and such. People just comfortable with themselves, and I kind of envy it. I envied it for a long time, and it kind of consumed my mind for a while. But I want to take something that was a negative and turn it into a positive. I wanted to make it an inspiration upon myself, and hopefully an inspiration to others. I want to make myself realize that the way I'm built is the way I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be built as this, lineman, kind of tough bouncer, like, I guess you can call it. I don't know. I'm supposed to be like a big guy, is what I'm trying to say. And, big guys have their perks. They're linemen, they're bouncers, they can be tough and intimidating. Nobody wants to mess with the big guy. And I guess I kind of realized that's what I kind of want to be. So that's something I'm working towards, and I want to continue working towards. I want to continue making that progress. It took me a while to realize it, but I'm glad I finally realized that this is who I'm meant to be, and I'm okay with it. So if anyone out there, for whatever reason, feels discouraged about themselves or feels like they're suffering some sort of body dysmorphia, there is always something you can do about it. You can accept defeat and just accept just wallow and, just be upset about it. Or you could do something about it and have a positive mindset. You can, make somewhat changes or whatever. You gotta realize that you are in charge of yourself and how you maintain yourself and how you want to appear and how you want to think. No one can do that but you. So overall, I'm glad I've got into this journey. I'm glad I've thought outside the box, and it's really something I wish I had done sooner. And if I'd done it sooner, I probably would have more muscle by now. But I've been doing this for over a month, and I've already feel like I've accomplished a lot in just a month, and you know, if I feel like I accomplished in just so much in a month, imagine what I feel like I'm going to accomplish in a year. But the progress continues and will grow, and just got to continue to be inspired and motivated to continue to do something and become something you want to do and become. So if there's something I want you to take away from this video, is that you are in charge of becoming who you want to become and how you think about yourselves. So I hope you take that today from today's video, and yeah, until next time.